Alright. Hello everybody. Doing a quick build showcase. We're doing the Health Regen Paladin build here. I'll show you my stats in a minute. We're using the Health Regen Shield, the Health Regen Talisman, and we're doing the Don't Crit Me Please Talisman. The point of this one is obviously the weapon we're using is very parryable, and the shield we're using can be guard broken easily, so you can expect to get a crit once in a while, and this kind of saves your life. Another nice thing about this is you can actually regen health through the crit animation. So basically by the time you're done getting crit, you've already recovered about 10% of your HP, which I think is pretty cool. Using this build tonight has been going 50-50, playing against some toxic people that attack you when you're buffing and that kind of stuff. And even though I don't like to buff that much, I use one buff only in Duels. I think that's pretty normal. You're not taking liberties with people's times. But apparently for some people, one buff is too much. This guy seems legit. I like his name. Let's give him a quick bow. I'll show you my stats after this one. Alright, he's ready. That move there has a good follow-up. Oops, misclick. Alright. Our weapon art works really well with the shield because the shield has no skill on it, so you can use your weapon art instantly. And when they pressure you with the shield, you can combo into an attack very quickly. Ooh, he should have done his follow-up there. We're at almost okay trading, because watch our health regen. The one thing we probably want to do is watch that bleed meter. We probably want to get him off our backs for a minute. So. Ooh, nice roll catch. Really well done. That was a bad roll on my part, knowing what weapon art he had to get roll caught there. I like trying these non-optimized builds. I think they're a little bit of fun, a little bit of a way to do something that isn't standard, not cookie cutter. His build I also kind of like. You don't see too many people using scythes. I think there have been a few more YouTube videos on them now, so I'll probably see a couple more. But it's nice to see something different. I don't know about you guys, but I've been running into a lot of these like obnoxious mages that come in and eliminate your buffs right away, and then like insta spam spells. It's not like they eliminate buffs because they want like an even dueling field. They like eliminate buffs and they're like 3 stars of ruin. They do all that like kind of garbage. And you're like, what is the point of playing against you? Like, you're too. I don't know. I'm not gonna be charitable, but you're too much of a pussy not to invade. But you want to set up this like perfect like scenario where you can win. Not to say that you can't beat these kind of guys. I like this guy. He starts all the way over there, so you don't fucking kill him. I like this guy. Look, he's buffing too. My man, how many buffs? You sure you didn't miss any? Take a couple more. No. This is the other side of the extreme. Oh, dude, come on, enough. Oh, and he's fingerprinting. Okay, this guy made my night. Alright, buddy. I wonder how you're fingerprinting. Yeah, hold. Yeah, I thought so. I had a feeling it wouldn't work, dude. Look at our health, it's already bad. I do like this build. I also love this fucking weapon art. It's one of the most underrated weapons in the game, just because it's hard to farm. It combos very well with the shield, but again, like I said, all this stuff can be countered very easily with parries. Another way to counter it, of course, is pressure, and you guard break the person. The shield doesn't have the greatest stability, so knowing the shield that you're up against often helps. If that guy, for example, had my kind of weapon, you saw how I guard broke him after a couple of hits, he could have guard broken me after like 1 or 2, right? So it would have been a very different equation. He should have just been a bit more aggressive, but he wasn't. So we got to eat the win. I'll be honest, our wins tonight have not been going great. It's been like 50-50. I'd like to blame it on the fact that I'm very tired, and I've done this recording maybe like 4 or 5 times now, and I'm kind of sick of it. In case I forgot to show you my stats this time, this is what we're running. It's at 130, 50 vigor, mind endurance, and we're running quality, strength and depth, and 50 faith. Obviously for the spells we're using, you don't need 50 faith. For this health regen stuff, You can get away with way less. If you kind of look at the spell, it needs 38, but there's a weaker version that only needs 24. So you can run this with 24 Faith. You can run Heavy Strength and scale with Clawmark Talisman. The reason I like to use some spells with it is because spells force your opponent to get aggressive on you, and once they get aggressive on you, you can block with the shield and you can counterattack with the L2, the weapon art, which I think is a cool combo. It plays really fun. It gets countered by certain builds. The shield, for example, does not have the best magic defense, so magic users are going to shred you. Now, we counteract that with a flask that we use that basically converts magic damage into HP. See, now he's gotten used to us getting all defensive. Oh. Yeah, yeah. GG. Actually, we weren't. So, despite me fucking it up there and going for the flask drink, which was stupid. I've done this mistake like twice tonight, just honestly exhausted. But that stupidity aside, we actually were not in a bad position at that point. Primarily because we have so much health regen, right? We would have probably survived it and come back with like more health. To kind of show you what I mean about magic defense, if you look at this guy, magic negation is 49, fire negation is 45, lightning is 51, right? So they will shred you. If they have any of that stuff and you're trying to block, your health regen is not going to make up for it. So we use the flask, like I mentioned, that gives us health when we take magic damage. Or non-physical damage, I think. I don't know if it's magic specific. I'll have to check if it's also, includes fire and lightning, that kind of stuff. If we had the one that gives you health back if you're almost dead, that would have helped us in that kind of scenario as well, and that would stack very well. So an alternative to what I'm using would be using the Wonder Physic that gives you the second chance basically, and the one that gives you just health regen. Oh, nice build, dude! Love it already. Arcane Bleed. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, poison. I got the perfect build. Can his poison do any damage? Haha! It doesn't do any damage! It does no damage. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dagger Boy? Infinite. Oh, he's doing some like infinite poise thing. Can we mana pot in front of this guy's face? Yeah, we can. Ooh, look at your bloodlust. Yeah, I don't think I think his build is gonna do very poorly against us because literally his poison does nothing. And then I can just do this and get rid of the poison. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a hard time. Oh no, he's not. He's just gonna R1 spam me. And the put down! I don't understand the put down. I think people that see health regen, they think it's healing. And they think it's like disrespectful. They don't understand how this fucking game works. It's called a spell. But GG to him. So my mistake on that fight was, I think, pretty obvious. I went for a trade with an R1 spammer that does bleed, and you're never going to win with R spam bleed. Unless you can poise through it. And if we look at our stats, we've only got 44 poise with the gear setup. If we had something like 51, we could have probably survived it, in all honesty. And maybe it's worth doing. I'm kind of tempted to switch one of these. I don't know, because this is helpful though. Let's try it. Let's try one more before bed, since I don't want to make too long of a video. And I'm tired. Let's see. But I hope you can see how trying a different build that's slightly non-meta can actually be a lot of fun. And that you don't always have to go after these videos that say, oh, I found the new OP build. There's just a lot of different variety in this game, and you can make a lot of it work. It generally might mean you've got to try a little bit harder than your opponent. Like us playing this build, we got to focus way more than somebody doing a Rivers of Blood or like spamming you with Stars of Ruin when you spawn, that kind of garbage. But the reward, I think, is worth it. You'll have way more fun. You'll have to deal with cunts like that we just saw. Pardon the C word. that point you down because they don't understand how the game works and they think like, you know, health regen is not allowed or some shit. But who cares about these kids, right? This is the Stars of Ruin boy with bleed. Yeah. Dude, you need some HP. So he didn't roll that properly. He rolled that one better. And not enough. Yeah, I do not know what he's doing. But a good try. We didn't even take any damage to seriously test our health regen. Kind of a waste of a build. But at least it wasn't like a really cancerous player or something toxic. I'll give him that. Just a little bit special. I kind of want to do one more. I want to have like a normal fight. Let's see. One more. It's already, what's the time? 1:20. That's not too bad. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the content, and this will bring you something new to try out and test out. And maybe help you experiment with some other things too. The general gist of this build, when I'm not doing the health regen, kind of the reason for the stat spread, just to kind of tell you how it works. The 50 faith helps balance the low strength and dex, and we mainly focus on faith weapons. We're not that high in mind because we mainly want to do a hybrid build. This is kind of what this is, where you cast, you pressure somebody, kind of get up in their face, and you force them to counterattack, and then you hit them with a very strong melee faith weapon, right? So it's that switch up between caster and melee that I think tends to work well, and I tend to enjoy it personally. Alright, last fight for the evening. Let's hope it's a good one. I have a feeling it won't be. I have a feeling anybody playing this right now is very tired. And they're gonna have none of my shit. We're also not rocking the crit talisman now, so this could be very, very dangerous. Or the anti-crit talisman, sorry. It doesn't do a huge difference, but it does some difference. I think it probably saves you 10 or 20% health. Alright, hello buddy. Let's get the quick buff so we don't take too much of your time. This guy's got decent poise, you can tell by those pants and that gear set. So he's going to poise through a lot of our stuff. Alright, we on? What's up, Gook? Ooh, Gook is laggy. Gook is laggy, guys. Shield out. Shield outs for Harambe. Oof, I don't know what happened. Did we just lose health? Because what are we playing against? I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. I'm so scared. I'm just gonna spam. Did that help? Did that do it? I think. Oh my god. Wait, who died though? Me or him? Ah, that was me. I do not know what the fuck that fight was. Yeah, that's a good final fight. I think that's a perfect final fight for Elden. It's the game in a nutshell. Sometimes we win, but we don't know how. Alright guys, thanks for sticking to the video. It was a little bit long. I was a little bit tired. You were patient. I appreciate it. I hope you found the build cool. And if you did, maybe I'll do this again sometime. Have a good one.